Okay, this can be a quick little tutorial on figuring out the moon phase when you're giving a picture like this. Now you are here on the Earth, so let's go ahead and put you here. There you are. Now your perspective is basically from Earth, so an easy way to figure that out is you can only see, of course you can only see half the moon at a time, and a great way to kind of get a grip on that is simply block out the side of the moon that you cannot see. This diagram, sometimes on tax tests, maybe it's going to be on the new STAR test, you'll see it like this, but also you'll see it sometimes with the moon, the shaded part of the moon already filled in. So that would be a great starting point. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's shade in the part of the moon that is already shaded. Okay, so the shaded side of the moon, or the dark side of the moon, if you will, if you're a Pink Floyd fan. And you would shade it exactly the way the Earth is shaded. The shadow's always on the same side, away from the sun. And this is going to help us figure out which phase is where. Like I said, sometimes you'll see this graphic already shaded in for you. If it's not, this should be your first step. Shade in your moons. Okay. Now, all you have to do after that is simply take a card, your hand, another piece of paper, and what you're going to do is move this to where you block off, or you're right on the tangent of this orbit of the moon. So I'm going to move this to right here, and that shows me what part of the moon, or what side of the moon that I'm going to be seeing, what half of the moon that I'm going to be seeing. And I see that it's all shaded, or all dark, all in a shadow. So that tells me that that's going to be a new moon. And then you simply manipulate it and move it around so that you see. You do this to each one like that, and now I've got a partial shade and a partial shadow. So that's telling me that that's a waxing crescent. Waxing crescent. If I do this to the next one, I'm getting half and half. Half and half is the first quarter. Go ahead and move it around to the next one. Give it the tilt. Move it in. Now I'm seeing mostly the lit portion of the moon and a little bit of the shadow. So that tells me it's a waxing gibbous. Waxing gibbous. Okay, and we always wax into a full moon. So the next one, I bet, whoa. It's going to be, oh, my full moon. There it is. Full moon. And then I just kind of work it backwards. Right here. Opposite of my waxing gibbous, of course. other side of the moon is lit, the other side is shadowed, opposite side is shadowed, so now it's my waxing, oh, I'm sorry, my waning gibbous. Move my object over again. Half and half. Opposite half and half from my first quarter, so this is my last quarter. And then my last moon phase, of course, is right here. Mostly shaded, a little bit of light, and this is my waning crescent. And that's an easy way to figure out the moon phases using this type of diagram. Thank you for listening.